Mike Bohn joined now by a UFC light heavyweight, Johnny Walker. Johnny, I know you were supposed to fight at UFC 311 this past weekend. We'll get into that. But first and foremost, got connected by the people at OnlyFans, the great people over there. I know you just kind of started a working relationship with them. So can you tell me how this partnership came together and I guess how they are supporting your career now?
Yeah, bro. As you see, OnlyFans, just the place that people can attach to the people that they like. OnlyFans being supporting me so much, I can show them my personal life, a little bit training, a little bit of diet, the insight, uh, along the every what you see in social medias, the open one, is not the real thing that you can see just on OnlyFans. I'm trying to produce kind of content. It's more personalized, and it's been supporting me so much uh, since the when I start uh, the partnership with them. Have good merchandise, and it's kind of to connect more with the fans. It's a little bit more personal. It's just, I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess to kind of take that a step further, right? Like, the MMA fans, they can be very hard on the fighters sometimes. Do you feel like the community over there is more, I guess, personal? And like you said there, they get a deeper interaction with you than just maybe some of the other platforms?
Yeah, 100%. The people there are more interested on you. They're just only fans, They are they are only fans there. Actually the name is means a lot because the support is a little bit stronger there, Because people that actually follow, they really like you and like what you do, want to see what you're doing, want to see how you're growing, how your business going, your healthy, your diet, your training, recovering, everything. They're like people that actually interested on yourself, So the fans that is a little bit different than the other social media. Like on Twitter, people just like to talk shit about you, because most of these guys there on the other social medias, all of the fans there, uh, most of fake accounts, and they talk shit online. You never know who are them, where they come from. OnlyFans is a little bit more personalized. People really create their account to follow, their interests.
Definitely. And last thing on this, we know as mixed martial arts fighters, it's only a couple fights a year if you're lucky, maybe three or four. And you guys financially to support yourselves need sponsors, need people like this. How significant is a supporter like this to kind of just allowing you to continue your career, especially at times where just like what happened, you have to pull out of a fight or you don't get a paycheck from the UFC that you're expecting?
Yeah, like the sponsorships is very important for the fighters, like OnlyFans and the other sponsors, because you know I have mortgage to pay, I have a baby to feed, my family to feed, I have bills to pay, and if I get hurt, something happen. Like this is the first time I pull out of a fight for an injury. The bills doesn't stop me. I stop fight. I need to wait a few more months to recover and start training, book another fight. But the bills doesn't gonna waiting for me to do that. You know what I mean? Every month I have bills to pay, and the only funds there to really help you. Like the support for the funds is great because it can hold you strong while something like this happens, some injury, something that you can't predict, and you don't have to worry that much because you have a background, a back to back you up,
Definitely. And I guess just to talk a little bit more about that, you mentioned the first time you have to pull out of a fight in your career due to injury. How difficult of a decision was that for you? And what happened as far as the injury that forced you out of that fight?
Yeah, that was really hard for me because I'm like was a lot for me because I just moved from Ireland. I spent the last 4 years in Ireland
Hmm.
training SBG on the John Kavanagh. I moved country. I brought my wife, my baby, and my dog for a new country, new house. I have to furnish their house, make all of them a lot of bags, and along that side of that is a training camp start, new environment, new coaching, new training partners. was a lot, you know, and I was committing so much, training really hard. I went to Gilroy, training Wifestream with DC, a lot of sparring here with Strickland in Vegas, and Extreme Couture, training with Eric, and new coaching, you know. I put a lot. I make a lot of effort to make this fight and to make this happen. You know? A lot of stress, mentally and physically. I put a lot of, you know, of myself on this campaign around all of this situation. Invest a lot of money because you have to spend a lot of money as well. And then something happened. I was very upset because I put so much effort and money and time, you know, to make this happen. And what we cannot control, what nothing stupid. I was doing the last sparring, very technical, you know, timing, no aggressive. I wasn't fighting, trying to hurt nobody. Nobody tried to hurt. I was it was a hard sparring, but, you know, very conscious.
Hmm.
And I was trying to get out of a jiu-jitsu position and just roll myself like normal thing. And then I felt my ribs like popping like back. And then I said, okay, stop, stop, stop. And then I think something happened to my ribs. And then it's trying to keep fighting after stand up the game again and start again and start doing some move like no no wait something's wrong. And then I have to stop to check what happened to don't get worse, you know. And then I got a X-ray for the next day because it was latest fine already. I have the X-ray and UFC got the result. And then they pull me out after this because they probably saw the result first than me, and they saw it's probably something that they know how to treat. They know how bad was the injury, and I just have them the no the notice after the other day was just devastated because I was trying so hard, you know, so much effort, so much time invest, move family for different countries, and as I said, everything that was going on. It's just devastating, you know. Just have now to look after myself, you know, hold strong, do a lot of physiotherapy, and then heal. Because, you can't do much with ribs. You just have to stop and wait to heal and do what you can do to don't annoy the injuries again. Because take time now. It's just time, like 4 to 6 weeks, and I'll be back in track. But it is what it is, you know. Never hurt my ribs before. First time, maybe because I was trying to go a little bit lighter this time. Not much fat around, you know, and I was a little bit skinny. Maybe this is why happened, or I was overtrained. You never know, bro. You never know. It just happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sounds brutal. How are you feeling now?
Right now, I feel good, you know. Doesn't hurt when I'm doing my normal life things.
Yeah.
I'm start doing like strength conditioning again. Like I can work legs, I can keep myself, can do bike, keep my cardio up. I'm gonna do my best that I can do to keep myself in shape. So when I started the next company training book another fight, I'll be like good to go, you know. But also I have to be careful because if you don't heal 100%, I don't want to start the next company training with a limitation, you know.
Yeah.
So bro, fighter life is very hard when in the top 10 in the world you fight the best guys in the world, you know.
Hmm.
I've been fighting the best guys on the top 10 for the last I think 6 years, I think. And you have to work on your limit. But if you go a little bit above your limit, you may get hurt or injury. If you work a little bit below, the other guy maybe get work harder than you, and then you're gonna fail on the fight. Like this guy work harder and he's more powerful, he's more quick, he's more conditioned, whatever. So you have to work on the limit. It's really hard to work on the right limits. You don't get hurt, you don't let the guy work harder than you. So you have to be here, bro. This is the harder part. Work hard, but not hard enough to get fucked up, but
Yeah.
not low enough to somebody work harder than you. So that's the deal. It's really hard, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah, it's a very taxing sport. We know this. It does a lot on your body. And to go back to something you said earlier, why did you ultimately make the decision to leave Ireland and SBG? Why did you think that was the right move for your career at this point?
We have the best coach there. Like the coach was amazing. John was very high level coach. He did the best for me. He improved my game a lot. But I just have one or two training parts. Like the last fight against Ozdemir. I was adapting myself to get the best, to be ready as best as I can for the fight. I was doing boxing sparring on ring. You can saw the fight against Ozemi. I
Mhm.
dragged the guy because on the ring you can stay on the ropes and move around. You know, I was doing a lot of sparring on the ring. So what is the heavyweight guys and the big guys that I had was just boxers guy
Okay.
on that time. And on the fight, you can see that I bring the guy close to the fence. It was natural, but it was wrong because I was doing training a lot of spy on the ring.
Mm.
You can't spy on the ring and fight on the octagons. It's totally different. If you bring the guy to the ring, you can dodge, you can walk in different. The guy just have hands, you know. On the octagon, and if you step close to the fence, the guy gonna take you down or the guy gonna knock you out. Because when you close to the fence, is the worst place to be. So you could see on the last fight, the guy just knocked me out because I brought him to the fence. This is the worst thing that you can do on MMA. And that happened naturally. I don't even thought about it because my training was not very good. Like was good because I have good training partners, good boxer guys and heavyweight guys train really good, but the environment wasn't perfect for MMA, you know. And on the gym with on SBG, I have just one training partner like Will. He's a really good guy, but sometimes he doing his fight. He was coming from a fight, he couldn't train, you know, he have his other business. So here in Vegas, I have the UFC PI for strength conditioning, for nutrition, for recovery, for everything. And then on Extreme Couture, I have high level guys between top 10, top 15 guys, light heavyweight and heavyweight, and Sean Strickland, like have every day have a high level guy to train.
Hmm.
And that put me in a like if you're the best fighter in the gym, or if you don't have a hard time every day, you're never gonna evolve, you're never gonna push yourself hard. You don't need to go hard every day, but you need challenge, you know. And now in the extreme, I have that challenge. I have guys high level that can push me, can teach me as well, you know. So this is why the best move for me now. Now my career is gonna develop very well, bro. My level, I can saw the first time I arrived in the gym, I was having a little bit trouble. The second week, less trouble. And the third week, okay, now I can feel like I know how to deal with these guys. So every time I train and I've been to the extreme, I learn and I improve. And if I have a hard time, the other day I'm better. I know how to deal. So you have to be challenged every day. Don't need to go hard every day, but a little challenge, you know, so you can keep evolve. So this is why the best move for me. I believe this is the best move for me because I have everything now for recovery, for nutrition, for training wise, coaching. So now, now the light heavyweights in trouble, bro. Now I'm gonna have the best version of John Walker because I just gonna be better. I have better training, I have better everything. So now my career is gonna fly.
That's great. Yeah, I think you explained that well. Extreme Couture is an amazing gym. Eric Nixick is one of my favorite people in the business, and I know he really cares about all the fighters that come in there. So I think that's a great move for you. You mentioned going out to Gilroy with Daniel Cormier. I know he posted that video, like of you in the car and stuff. How did you get hooked up with DC, and do you feel like training with him for however long you did was helpful to your wrestling and grappling?
Very helpful. I'm gonna come back there as soon as I can wrestling again, so I can keep improving my wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a striker with good wrestling, like this guy's in trouble, no? I hook up with him after my fights against Ozdemir. We met on the way to the airport in Saudi, and he said, "Hey, bro, I'm 100% know I can help you. Look, just come to Gilroy. We're gonna help you. Blah blah blah." So, okay, I get his number, and you know, we shot a little bit, and then when I get there, he just focused on me. He helped me a lot. Good technique, you know, he's kind of coaching me very well there. Like he bring to every gym that he have around on his own gym, his jiu-jitsu, on AKA. He was like in coaching me very well. Like he treats me like a fucking son there, bro. You know what I mean? Like look after me and taught me everything. And train with his children as well there. Like he have like a his wrestling team there, you know, with a lot of kids there. And they 16 to 20 years old. They're good wrestling. I train with them too. That like they're fucking good, you know, and was really good and improved my game a lot. And I can't wait to come back there.
Yeah, I know you'll have like, the coaches from Extreme Couture helping you, but your next fight, would you want DC in your corner to help with the wrestling stuff, or will it just be only Extreme Couture guys?
If DC is not commentating, if he's free, 100%, I would like the double champ in my corner, bro.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so what do you think makes sense for you when you come back? Because Bogdan obviously fought, he won against the replacement opponent, and then after the fight, I asked him backstage on Saturday, does he still want to fight you? And his answer, and I'm quoting him here, he said, "Never. I don't want to make another deal to fight Johnny Walker. There's other guys. Johnny, we are good friends. We have a relationship. I don't want to fight Johnny ever. It's not good. And I hope we don't have to do this."
Yeah, I don't want to fight him too, bro. I went to his wedding on 2019 when I was doing my camping training in Moscow. Like since then, he's been cornering my brother and teaching my brother as well.
Mm.
For this whole almost all his career, you know. He's look after my brother as well in Russia. Like we're good friends. We don't need to fight. I would not like to fight him. There's a lot of other guys there, you know, but hopefully we don't need to fight, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because we have another options there. It's just like good friendship. But when you go there to fight, bro, you want or not, it's the business. You want to hurt the other guy, you know. If I fight him, I want to hurt, but I don't want to hurt Bogdan. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we have good relationship. So if they can put me another guy, that would be great for me. As Bogdan said, like we just need to keep the good relationship. Like we don't need to fight.
Yeah. Is there any other names you like out there? I mean, you've already fought so many of the elite of this division, but is there any, whether it's a rematch or a new fight, you think makes sense for you?
Yeah, probably have. I have to take a look at maybe I would have a rematch with Volkons than me or rematch with the guy that I fought in 2020 in Brazil. Uh,
Nikita Krylov.
Nikita Krylov, you know. See the guys around the top 10 around me, you know,
Yeah.
between 7, 6, 8, 9. I think I'm number 10 now, right?
Yeah, you're
So
currently 10.
so let's see if somebody around there. And yeah,
Yeah. So it's always fun fights with you. I'm curious with the light heavyweight division right now. They just announced Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev for March. What are your thoughts on that fight? Who do you think wins?
bro, Alex the champion, right? Such a good fighter. He been knock everybody out and finish champion. No, he don't win by point. He's a fucking exciting guy. I like to watch him and learn what I see. You know, but the last fight I watched, Jiri Prohaska and Jamal Hill was amazing fight. I believe Jiri will be next to face the winner of Ankalaev and Alex Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I believe, bro, Alex have a lot of experience on striking, right? On he was glory champion, and he's such a good fight. He can knock uh, Ankalaev down or out, but also you have to understand Ankalaev is number one contender. He's been fight. I fought him twice,
Yeah.
and he's good, bro. I beat him on the first round last time I fought him. And on the second round, one little mistake that I did, he knocked me out. Like he's really good technical fighter. I remember I kick him and I'm supposed to kick and land back and keep my distance. But I miss him. And then land with my back foot, like changing base, you know, I land forward.
Mm-hmm.
He hold me with one hand so I don't let me get back on my distance. And he punched me. Like that was impressive because I wasn't giving him no option, no opportunity. Like I was probably gonna win him again or go knock him out or whatever. But one little step wrong that I did, he capitalized. If Pereira do some little mistake, he can get knocked out too or knocked out. So that fight is very interesting. I believe it's 50-50. Anyone can win that fight. And also, Ankalaev have the background on Western too. I
Mm-hmm.
believe Ankalaev have better Western than Pereira, but Pereira have better striking than Ankalaev.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50.
Yeah. That's
It's
a
going to
great
be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, that's a great breakdown. And just before I let you go here, Johnny, with the injury and everything, like, what's your perfect timeline to return? I'm looking at the UFC schedule now. It seems like they might go to Brasilia in May, and you mentioned that Johnny, or you mentioned the Nikita Krylov fight. Do we maybe do the rematch 5 years later in the same city? That
Yeah,
would be cool.
could be. I'm looking for heal my ribs very well. It's
Mm-hmm.
not nothing very like dramatic that's gonna take too long to heal. But I just need to be very restricted on my recovery because I wanna heal 100% to start the training camp without limitations, you know.
Yeah,
And I couldn't fight like this because I couldn't do a little stuff. But if you do a very strong rotation, like hook stuff, I would feel like my ribs, you know. So
yeah,
that, thanks God I didn't fight. I want to fight. I would fucking fight if the UFC don't pull me out, but they pull me out because they know we always fight anyway, you know.
mm-hmm.
But I believe in April or May I'll be 100% to fight. So yeah, that's the date that I want. April, May, whatever events around that date, I'll be ready to go.
Yeah. And maybe a silver lining, right? Like you made all these big life changes and stuff. I'm sure by the time you start a camp again, you'll be much more settled and everything will be
Yeah,
a lot more
yeah.
peaceful. So silver linings, right? And definitely
Yeah,
it
but
sounds like
people don't realize that people think fight is just like physically. No, bro, it is a lot on your body, a lot of physically, but it's mentally as well. Like when I fought Volkan was the me. I just
Mhm.
have a baby. My baby born. I was in the Rush hospital with my wife, and 2 days later I'm flying to Saudi to fight. You know what I mean? I just brought a new human being to the world, a lot of emotions, and I just moved house in Ireland as well. Just to make a move to a different house. I was living to my coach, John Carvin. I moved to a different house. Like it's a lot, you know. They have to pay the bills, move house, and move stuff, and assemble, disassemble it. And you have a fight booked, and you have strategy, and the training wasn't really good because I was doing, as I explained you, it's a lot on mentally as well, not just physically. So right now that I'm settled here now, I finished to assemble my house and set everything up, start training with the coaching more, have more time to with my training partner and everything. Like now, the next fight are gonna be a machine.
For sure. No, I love that, and I love that insight, Johnny. I think sometimes the fans just think you guys are fighting robots and don't realize you are humans like the rest of us that have personal lives and issues and things you go through. So I appreciate you opening up and sharing that insight as well. And I appreciate the time, Johnny. It's always great to catch up with you. I hope you get healthy soon, and we can see you back in the octagon in short order here. You were definitely missed at UFC 311, but we will be excited to see you fight again, man. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. Thank you. God bless you guys. Take care.
Have a great day, Johnny. Thank you.
You too.